Happy Saturday, Prime Sports World. And it's been a long time since we had an OWU, which is On Point Wrestling Entertainment. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm, of course, your host, David On Point Huffman. I'm going to be previewing WrestleMania 38, which gets kicked off here in about a few hours. So hopefully you guys are ready for the WrestleMania. There's some really good matches on this card. It should be a banger. That's for damn sure. And for all my wrestling fans, I hope you guys are all looking forward to the event. Hopefully, some of you are in Dallas, Texas, actually checking this out because it should be a good time. Um, it's wrestling is one of my favorite sports, and it is just it always keeps the surprises keep you coming, keeps you action packed. You never know what to expect when it comes to wrestling. So hopefully you guys enjoy the show. I'm, of course, your host, David On Point. If you're looking for consistent content on Facebook, YouTube, and on the Twitter at PSW_David, we go live 5 or 6 days a week, bringing the most up-to-date content. So if you're looking for that kind of stuff in your life, Prime Sports World is a pretty good place to get your fix on all things related to sporting news. Also want to thank our friends over there at Rouge Bear for sponsoring us here at Prime Sports World. Drop the link to their website on our Facebook page. I'm not sure where I'll drop the other link, but at least sure on our Facebook page at Prime Sports World on the Facebook. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's talk about night one. First of all, one of the matches that I'm really looking forward to when it comes to night one is the Seth Rollins versus the opponent that's been choosing. I'm also looking really forward to the KO show with Stone Cold Steve Austin. So let's go ahead and break down every single match on the card as they are right now. Also, obviously, the subject card is subject to change. The first match on that list is Becky Lynch versus Bianca Bel-Air. Bianca Belair, Royal Rumble winner from a year ago, went on to face against Sasha Banks, won the title there a year ago. This is a feud that's been brewing since SummerSlam. Becky Lynch came back and beat Bianca Belair in 20 seconds or whatever. So this is a match people have been literally looking forward to, and I think Bianca Belair. The build for this it's been sort of hit or miss for me. I do think the stuff they did this most previous weekend on Raw with the hair was an element that I really enjoyed and gave it something that you know give us an edge that I didn't expect. With that being said, though, I do expect Bianca Belair to win. I'm not sure what you do with Bianca Belair if she was to lose. I also don't know who you'd have go up against Becky Lynch if Bianca Belair was to lose this match. So yeah, I think Bianca Belair. I think they'll do some sort of hair match potentially at WrestleMania Backlash or a month, whatever it is. Then the next match we got the Mysterios versus the Miz and Logan Paul or whichever Paul it is. I don't know or care. This build has been probably the weakest of all of the cards because they announced this match like literally like a month and a half ago, and they've been like this slow churn towards this match at WrestleMania. I do think that WWE has learned their lesson when it comes to the Pauls, that they don't expect him a face because people hate him. But Paul is a big name and somebody who will draw eyeballs to the product. So people see that Logan Paul is going to be on a match at WrestleMania. People want to check that shit out. Also joining me here is Mr. Duddy.
Oh my God, I'm on the show. I'm adjusting my camera. Hey, man.
What's up, brother? Yeah,
hey, everyone.
About WrestleMania Night 1. Going through the card here. I also talked about Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair.
Okay.
I expect Bianca Belair to win that match because I do not know what you do with either of these two women if you go the other way.
Oh man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I need an update on the cards because I've been trying to watch. I've been watching a lot of AEW, and I'm trying my best to catch up with. I haven't even caught up with NXT. Was the Stand and Deliver last night too?
Stand and Deliver is happening literally right now.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out about that soon enough. I'm still getting ready for the party, but hey, guys, Nutty Patuski here.
Yeah, you want to drop your socials? Drop your socials in there.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm on Instagram, Facebook.
On YouTube.
It's all under my name right here as you see it. So you could just type any of those into YouTube. That's my main one. But what you just talked about Sasha Banks?
No, actually, I was talking about the Mysterios and the Miz and Logan Paul match that's going to be happening night 1
Okay.
tonight.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio matches are always going to be solid. It's kind of
Yeah,
like
I'll give
Jeff
you.
Hardy. He's untouchable. He can't not get cheered.
And I think that WWE's done a good job of realizing that people don't like the Pauls, and so they haven't booked them as if they're going to be like.
They don't like what?
People like the Logan Paul and Jake
Oh.
Paul. Like people in general just don't really like those people.
Yeah.
So they haven't booked them to be faces. Like WWE understands, like, hey, like these guys are going to draw some serious heat on the product. So we're gonna present them as heel for sure.
Yeah, it's like Bad Bunny. They're never gonna get anything but what it is.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily mind WWE using celebrities in this vein. I
Well, I
think
mean,
it's okay.
they could have had a great Sami Zayn and Ricochet could have had a great WrestleMania moment together, but no, they got to involve Jackass because it's a moneymaker, and I don't know.
We'll get to that. We'll
strong
get to that.
opinions
So
on it.
moving on from there, we got the
But
Drew
yeah,
McIntyre versus Happy Corbin match. I believe that this will be the match where Mad Cat Moss and Happy Corbin fall out, and I think that'll cost Happy Corbin the match. I do not think the sword will be involved because that sword is just ridiculous. I'm so over it. But a shout out to Mad Cat Moss who won the Andre the Giant Royal Battle Royal last night.
Okay. Yeah, I have not many comments on this. I think you just nailed it on the head, and we can move on from that.
Fair enough. Moving on, we got the SmackDown tag team titles on the line. We got Usos versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs. Does this feel like the time to take the bloodline, to take the titles off at least part of the bloodline when it comes to the Usos? Yes or no? They've had the titles for 6 months.
Amen.
I agree with you.
It's time for a change for sure.
But I also think that like they just kind of threw this shit, like this tag match. Like this doesn't feel like a WrestleMania match. Like this is a match that like it's not a like a end of a feud. This is kind of the start of a feud. So actually, I think the Usos actually retain the titles, and maybe Shinsuke and Rick Boogs win the titles in WrestleMania Backlash here in a month or so. That's just my honest
opinion. Yeah, I mean, like,
and the Usos have been good champs. I mean, they're one of the better tag.
Have we seen this match before, or is this a brand new match?
This is a brand new match. We've never seen.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think Rick Boogs, he's got something, but still he's kind of hiding behind that musician role. Is he still? Is he broken through that, or is he still?
No, he's still doing it.
Oh, okay. Kind of.
I think they'll have some sort of epic entrance.
Rusev. He's like, remember that for Rusev Day? That really pale, white-skinned dude.
Yeah, Aiden English.
His name, but
Aiden English.
Okay. Aiden English. Oh my God. Did he get let go?
Yeah, he did. I don't know what he's doing right now. So.
Okay. Well, happy Rusev Day, everyone.
Yeah, happy Rusev Day indeed. Yes, it's a happy Rusev Day.
Yeah.
Every day.
You should pop up a photo if you can of us at the SmackDown show with our shirts off, spelling out Rusev with spray paint on our chest.
I don't know if I'll be able to pull that up right quick. So we're moving on from that match. We got the New Day. Big shout out to Big E. Hope you're doing well. I do think he'll be here.
Baby.
I think Big E will be here, but he's obviously not going to wrestle against Sheamus and Rich Holland, and I imagine Butch will be there doing something at some point.
So what did that screw up? What was he supposed to do at WrestleMania? That
well, I just think he was supposed to be part of the New Day. I mean, like I think they were going to do a three-way tag team with the New Day, with Big E part of this, and then Sheamus, Rich Holland, and Butch, who's
okay. Yeah, man, Ridge Holland, he's definitely cursed in that company.
Yeah.
It's not looking good for him right now.
Yeah, he hasn't had a good time since he got there.
I don't think
he just
for a while.
Everyone, like.
Yeah, has he gotten cheered at all since that happened? Or
I mean, he's fine as long as he's put it with Sheamus. I think he'll be okay. Yeah.
But he's a heel anyways, so it's okay, right?
And people will forget the Pete Dunne or the Butch Pete Dunne thing as long as they continue to win. I will take Sheamus and Rich Holland to win this match because I just think they need it more than New Day. New Day are bulletproof. They can go and lose every match for the end of time, and they'll still be popular as shit.
Yeah, they got the Jeff Hardy's kind of
100%
going where they're just untouchable now.
Moving on from there, we got the SmackDown Women's title. We got Charlotte Flair going up against the Royal Rumble winner Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
And I will say Ronda Rousey has looked rusty as shit since she got back in the ring. on the mic.
Oh
Everything
yeah.
about her persona right now looks rusty as shit. But I think it'd be crazy not to put the title back on her.
Damn. Didn't she have like a botch where I heard something on the Jim Cornette Experience where he said that that she was trying to like smack Charlotte's head on the table and it missed or something? Was that?
Yeah,
Did you,
she hasn't been crisp back.
yeah,
That's firsthand.
that's what I've heard too. That she's just not. Yeah, he hasn't been the same since she left. Are
But
they
yeah,
giving her a script or
I still
something? Is it
what?
just she just doesn't feel real, or is she just
I
trying to
think
read from
I think the
something?
problem with her is that she's too real.
I'm sorry, what did
Like
you say?
she's too real. Like she said she's she's from the USC. Like so she has to tone down all of her offense. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So like when in the process because she's used to just going as fast as she can, but now she has to tone down her offense to fit into WWE, and I just don't think she's handling that particularly well, at least right now.
yeah. So I
But with
mean,
that being said, I think she wins the title over Charlotte. Like I think this will be a banger. But
yeah, I'm sure it'll be good. You can't, Becky's solid in the ring. I'm sure she's showing her what's up.
yeah.
Is it so? There's no what's going on with Charlotte Flair? Are we just gonna move on to the next?
Well, I mean Charlotte. I mean I don't really know. I almost feel like they should take Charlotte off TV for a little while. So if she loses the title, like what are they gonna do? Put her back in the title picture? Like I don't think that's a good idea, right?
Okay.
Moving on from the second to last match on night one, we got Seth Rollins versus an opponent of Vince McMahon's choosing. Let me tell you, this is what I think should happen. Okay, Vince McMahon should come out and Shane McMahon's. Okay,
Okay.
Seth Rollins has a match with Shane McMahon, and the fans will be furious. They will be so bad because everybody thinks it's going to be, And then when Seth beats Shane McMahon, Vince McMahon comes back out, and then he introduces Cody Rhodes, and then Seth has a match with Cody and loses, and then you protect Seth that way, and you give the fans what they want because everybody thinks it's going to be Cody Rhodes. So if you give them Shane McMahon, and then you just you pop that bubble, and then you give them Cody Rhodes anyways. I think that's the way they're going to go. I think this is going to be one of those. Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes is going to be a fire match. If that ends up being the match, it's going to be fire.
Yeah,
This Seth Rollins
that's
character
a really
right
good
now.
prediction, man. I don't have faith in the WWE that they're going to do that, but I mean, we can still dream and we can still hope back to the Attitude Era, Shock Factor days.
I love it, man. This Seth Rollins fight, right? I know Seth Rollins is on fire. Dude. He might be the best wrestler on the planet right now.
Yeah. So how do we? Where does Cody Rhodes go from there?
Well, I mean, he has a rematch with Seth at WrestleMania Backlash. He can lose that, and then they have a banger at Money in the Bank, or they have a banger at SummerSlam where Cody goes over, and then Cody goes after the title.
Is Cody a heel when he comes back?
No, I think he's a face. I don't actually know because I think he could do. I think he could do either way with it.
I swear to God, if they put him in a tag team for the next year with Seth Rollins, and he also gets an evil laugh, oh man, don't put it past WWE, man.
But I mean, you whatever anything you give Seth Rollins now, he's gonna make work. Seth Rollins is really like the man.
Yeah, we always get that's Seth Rollins' thing is we always get some kind of shock factor at WrestleMania with Seth Rollins, whether it be a crazy wrestling move or like when he cashed in his money in the bank and moments with Triple H.
You remember that RKO that Randy hit on Seth at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
That
when
same
they were
night.
fighting during the day, right? It was like a daytime kickoff show.
Yeah.
It was like the best match of the night.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
And then the final match.
Hi.
And then the final match of whatever Saturday night, this is going to be a match. It's the KO show. It's going to have Stone Cold Steve Austin. This will be the headliner. Like this will close out night one.
Yeah.
Do you think there will be a match, or do you think it's just going to be the KO show that ends with a stunner? Do you think there's going to be a match between Kevin Owens and Stone Cold?
Man, I wanna believe in my heart that there's going to be a match, but I don't think Stone Cold can honestly
go
as long as you would think. I mean, maybe he's been training, maybe he hasn't, but
I mean,
hope
the
to
dude
God
retired
we
for
do get
the
like a
dude retired
match,
for a reason.
or it starts as the KO show, and then Austin's like, all right, cut the bullshit, bring out a ref. He takes his shirt off and he's got like I'm just hoping that it gets to that. But I think we're gonna get another. I think we're gonna get another legend that shows up or something. What do you think?
I think it's gonna be. I don't actually know. I think it's gonna be the headliner. I think it's gonna be Kevin Owens is gonna get stunned at some point because that's all people care or want to see. They just want to see. They want to see Kevin Owens, Stone Cold Steve Austin do the stunner.
They want to see the beer, fingers.
Yeah. They want to see the beer. They want to see the fingers.
That's
like they want to see all the song and dance that comes with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Dude, what do you think are we gonna get him driving out in the Zamboni? Is he gonna drive out in something like a truck?
I think so. I think he will.
He could do I think it's
I think he's gonna drive out. I think he will drive out in something crazy.
You think so? Yeah, it's just not a Zamboni, but you know what I mean. Something like maybe like a forklift or some shit. He comes.
I think it'll be the beer.
What if he comes out the
classic
forklift?
beer truck? Like if he comes in on the beer truck and sprays it at Kevin Owens, I think that would be super cool. Moving on from night number 1 to night number 2. Less storylines here. We got the women's tag team match. Let me tell you the teams that are in this women's tag team match. It is Zelina Vega, Carmella, who are currently the women's tag team champs. Sasha Banks and Naomi have been thrown into a tag team. Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan have been thrown into a tag team. Natalya and Shayna Baszler have been thrown into a tag team. This entire feud is based on the fact that Zelina Vega and Carmella are sort of falling out, but they're still the champs, so they have to get the titles off them. Zelina doesn't trust Carmella, and all Carmella does wants to do is bang Corey Graves. That's it. That's the entire storyline.
Yeah.
And none of these other women, none of these other women have anything else to do. So,
dude, you nailed it on the head. I have nothing more to say. I'm not interested in this. It's looks. I'm interested in what the women are going to be wearing. Let's just say that. Not to be sexist or anything. I think the women are great wrestlers. It's just all fluff, and I'm not. They've kind of diminished the value of those titles.
They should remove those titles entirely.
Yeah. It's definitely the 24/7 title at this point.
I agree with you on that. I will say I think Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan probably have the best chance to win it because I just think the rest of the tag team. Shayna Baszler should be a single star. She shouldn't be in a tag team with Natalya. Sasha Banks should be a single star. Like Rhea Ripley should be a single star. But like I'll put the titles on them. They can have the titles for a hot minute and they fall apart. I don't know. These titles need to go.
Yeah.
They were nice. They were nice, when they first introduced them, but they've gotten diminished. Moving on from there, we got the second celebrity match that's going on night number 2. We got Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn. This is a Falls Count Anywhere match, I do believe.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, it's a Falls Count Anywhere match. And I expect Johnny Knoxville to do something crazy. And I expect Sami Zayn to do something crazy because neither of these guys care about their bodies at all.
Someone there's going to be a setup where like they're where the stand is for the cameraman, and they're going to like fall off some like 20-foot thing onto a airbag that's supposedly like an air filter for the stadium or some shit or some, I'm guessing a Shane McMahon moment or some kind of thing like that.
With that being said, I think Sami Zayn should win because
who should win?
Sami Zayn.
Yeah, but, Knoxville's gonna win it.
Sami Zayn's not allowed to win.
I'll change my mind. Always win. Just remember that if it's a celebrity in the WWE, they have a way higher chance, even over Stone Cold, because that's just the way WWE does business, and they're not in it for the wrestling anymore. They're in it for the celebrities, and we've been seeing that in the last 2 years. That like Bad Bunny.
I mean, Bad Bunny put up bangers. He banged.
I know, but like
he was very good in the ring.
Unless you put but you don't put Bad Bunny with The Miz. You put Bad Bunny with like Pat McAfee, someone who can handle that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just rambling on. But
speaking of Pat McAfee, he has a match with Austin Theory. Everybody kind of speculated this was going to be the Vince McMahon versus Pat McAfee match. I never ever thought that was going to be the case. Vince McMahon is 80 years old. He's not going to get it. He's not going to get a wrestling.
I've been hearing that on podcasts too. Like people are like, "Yeah, he's gonna, dude." Vince McMahon. Remember
Vince
when he
McMahon
blew
is
his
80 years
quads
old. It
out
was
in the
always
ring?
going to be Austin Theory.
Yeah.
With that being said, Pat McAfee can really go. If you remember those matches he had, he was in War Games with that match against the Undisputed Era. He was also in that match against Adam Cole, 1-on-1. Pat McAfee, for being, a former place kicker in the National Football League, he's making more money now than he ever did in the National Football League. And Pat McAfee could go in the ring. This is going to be more entertaining than I think than people expect.
Yeah. Dude, Pat McAfee's rock solid. He's got the charisma, got the moves. He's untouchable at this point. Everyone loves him, and he's real. That's what we need in wrestling. We need more Pat McAfees.
Yeah, I agree with you. And
It's
Austin Theory, I think he catches a lot of flack because he's like this Vince McMahon protege kind of thing. But Austin Theory can really wrestle. Like he's an incredible wrestler.
Yeah. This this and the Edge AJ Styles match has a chance to be the match of the night, in my opinion.
I agree with you. Who do you think
I
wins?
think this Pat McAfee and Austin Theory is they're gonna have perfect chemistry together. I have no doubt.
I will take Austin Theory to win the match because I think he needs it more. I think it would be pretty deflating if Pat McAfee if Austin Theory would.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, Pat McAfee could lose and he'll still be rock steady.
Yeah.
He'll have that announcer thing, and then he'll be able to be on the announce team and come up with a reason why he lost. And is he a heel too? I haven't really seen Pat McAfee.
They're both kind of heels right now. I think because of the way this match is set up, Pat McAfee is being portrayed as a face.
Okay.
But I think he's the heel announcer when he comes. He's like the Corey Graves.
How's Austin Theory on the mic? Is he
improved? Okay. He's okay. I mean, he's nothing special, but he's getting there.
So what happened?
He's 25 years old, man. I mean,
what was
only going to get better.
Scenario with this? I'm sorry to interrupt constantly. I just want to know the scenario. So was it just?
So
were they going to originally think it was going to be?
So Vince
McMahon versus Austin Theory
podcast. Okay.
Okay.
And when Vince McMahon did that, he kind of stirred it up a little bit. They got into it. The next night on SmackDown, Austin Theory confronted Pat McAfee about some stuff he said during the podcast, and that's how the feud
started. Okay. Yeah. And that's when all the rumors started that Vince McMahon's getting back in the ring, running in there, blowing his quads out like before.
Moving on to the Raw Tag Team titles, we got RK Bro taking on the Street Profits, taking on the Alpha Academy. The Alpha Academy is Chad Gable and Otis. Street Profits are Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. RK Bro is obviously Randy Orton and Riddle. I kind of thought that they would have broken up RK Bro right now, but they're extremely popular, so I imagine that's why they held off on it. This is one of those matches where I wouldn't hate it if any of these guys won. Any of these three teams. I think they're all entertaining and have their own merit. Like the Street Profits are awesome. Montez Ford might be one of the futures of the company. Alpha Academy, I think Chad Gable's wildly underused, but they're a good tag team. RK Bro is just they're amazing. They got put together.
Yeah, I agree. Why blow something off at WrestleMania when you could still have that same effect for like a downtime where you need more ratings and stuff?
It's true. I mean, they can always break it. I mean, they can always set the seeds for that and break them up at SummerSlam next year.
And they can't. Is that night one or is this night two?
This is night two.
This is all night two. Okay. Yeah. So that's good because they can't put that on if they can't break them up that night if you were going to get Stone Cold too. That's
Yeah.
You got to.
With that being said, I will take RK Bro to retain the titles because if you're going to take the titles off RK Bro, it feels like a time you probably should break them up whenever they lose the titles, and this doesn't feel like the time for that.
Yeah, I agree.
Moving on to the Big Meat going up against other Big Meat match. We got Bobby Lashley going up against Omos. And if you have not seen the two of them in the ring together, Bobby Lashley is a very large human being, like extremely large. He looks like a child next to Omos. Like it is wild. Like he looks like a little child. Like Omos is so freaking big. Like,
dude, he's 7'3", 400 pounds.
Yeah, like he looks like Bobby Lashley coming back from his shoulder injury. I don't necessarily love this pairing. because I don't think either of these guys should lose.
Yeah, well,
Because
I don't
once
know
Omos
how
loses
well
the
their
match,
chemistry in the ring is going to be. They're both kind of stupid in the ring.
yeah, I just think
Needless to say,
Omos, right? He like once he loses, the mystique of him is going to be gone. So you almost have to protect him until it's time for him to lose the title or something. Because he's
I don't
not
know.
great in the ring. Like he's just
Yeah.
stiff as shit in the ring. Like he's not
Well,
a
it's
good
just
wrestler.
it's just another perfect example of WWE misusing their monsters. I mean, I don't know what happened to Braun Strowman, but he was rock steady. And I don't know how they screwed that up unless he said something stupid. But it seems like Almost is kind of on that, or yeah, almost is on the way to that. But maybe they're not giving him a chance on the mic. Maybe he's just not doing good. Are they giving him mic time, or is he? Does he still
No,
need
he doesn't. He doesn't. Just
Does
kind
he
of
even have a manager?
no.
No.
He destroys people and then he talks a little. He's very dry in the mic. He's very dry and super stiff. He's just not entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
I
I just don't see them. Do you think Bobby Lashley will be able to control the match? Because it's going to seem like it's going to be in his hands to kind of take it
Oh
to
yeah,
where it needs to go.
Bobby Lashley's gonna have to carry this
Yeah.
match. But I don't really know how you get out of it. Like, I mean, I guess maybe Omos wins by some kind of count out or disqualification. Like maybe the Hurt Business gets involved and costs Lashley the match. Maybe he's upset with. I'm reading something right now. What if MVP were to turn on Bobby Lashley, align with Omos during this match, give MVP?
Oh,
Omos.
yeah. That's
I don't
actually.
think Bobby Lashley
Omos
needs
needs
a
it.
manager. What?
Yeah.
I like that.
Omos
I'm
needs
actually going to go with that. I think that's how the match is going to end. MVP is going to turn on Bobby Lashley, and he's going to cost him. And then what I think will be the match of the freaking weekend, it's Edge versus AJ Styles. And this new Edge character, this heel persona Edge character with a little bit of the brute stuff mixed in, is so good right now. It's up there with Seth Rollins' character. Like, it is really well done. His character development is awesome. And this Edge AJ Styles match is one of those matches people have wanted to see for years. And we never thought we were going to get it because, Edge is on the shelf. Basically retired AJ Styles, wrestling all over the world. And now we get it on WrestleMania 38, night number 2. How do you see this one shaking out Edge and AJ Styles?
Man. Like I said, I haven't been seeing their feud as much. How long have they been feuding?
So they started feuding like right after the Rumble.
Okay.
It started with Edge basically calling out AJ Styles in the ring. And then AJ Styles came out and Edge attacked him with a chair. And it's just been like, basically, that's when he turned heel. Edge turned heel.
Edge is a heel.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with AJ because I'm just gonna go with AJ.
I'll take Edge.
You think so? You think Edge needs that?
I think because Edge just went heel. I think his character needs the win more than.
Oh, okay. So from what you've seen, it seems like he needs it more, even though he's he's got all the credentials.
He's Edge. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. Well, they both do. Yeah.
Moving on to the main event of the whole freaking weekend, we have Roman freaking Reigns taking on Brock Lesnar for the 5,000th time, but the roles are reversed here. Brock Lesnar is now the face, and Roman Reigns is the heel. I hope this is the last time these two guys have a match together. I expect this to be a banger. Both of these guys could go. I think the Paul Heyman storyline between both of them is very interesting. This is going to be probably the match of the entire weekend. It's the best booked match of the card.
Whoa, Hoffman with the drop of the mic right there.
This has been the best booked match by far.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. I agree with you. I hope that this is their like blow off match, and that we don't see this for like another 5-10 years, and then they come back and have another match, like when they're kind of in their retirement days, or that would be cool. But I haven't really seen much of Paul Heyman. I heard he's just even better than
Paul
he's
Heyman
ever been.
Paul Heyman's the GOAT on the mic.
Yeah. So what was, you said you were telling me that Brock Lesnar is having the most fun of his life.
Oh yeah, Brock Lesnar.
What do you mean by that? What has he been doing?
Go and watch the Brock Lesnar stuff of the last month and a half. Like, he is having the time of his freaking life. He's wearing a cowboy hat. He's got the crazy hair. He's driving around forklifts. He's crushing cars. He ripped the door off a car and then he carried it to the ring and was messing around. Oh, dude, he looks like he's having a blast, dude. Like, when Brock Lesnar's having fun and he's engaged, there's nobody better at wrestling than Brock freaking Lesnar.
Wow, man.
He's so talented. Well, yeah.
That's what Stone Cold used to do, all that crazy shit.
With that being said, though, I still think Roman Reigns retains the title here. I still don't think I think it's still Roman Reigns is still the company. He will continue to have the title. I'm going to go Roman Reigns to win the title. Retain. If you had to pick.
Oh man, because they both have the title, so it's
So Roman Reigns will get everything.
Winner take all, everything. No, this is, oh man. I think you're right. I'm gonna go with Roman because he needs to be in the company more than, like, because Brock Lesnar could just come in at any time. He's rock steady forever, and this is going to solidify Roman Reigns' legacy. And he needs,
I agree with you on
even
that.
as a heel, he needs to have this, because as much as, I don't know, what do you think? Who do you think is more stable in the company? Do you think Roman Reigns has a higher chance of
not close. Brock Lesnar could literally walk out the door tomorrow and never. Roman Reigns is a lifer. Like, Roman Reigns, he's the face of the company. He's the new John Cena.
Here's what I think, man. I think that the only way that it would be okay if Roman Reigns loses is that if he's right about to pin Brock Lesnar, we hear The Rock come out.
Oh, man.
And then The Rock interrupts his 3 count and he loses it. And then Huffman. That's what I've been wanting to say on this podcast. What do you think about that?
I do think that match is happening next year at WrestleMania.
You think it's going to?
Yeah, because it's in Los Angeles. It makes too much sense.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen much of what The Rock has been planning.
Well, The Rock is the busiest man in Hollywood right now.
Yeah.
Like, he's literally in every movie ever. Like, if you see a movie coming out, it's probably got The Rock in it.
Yeah, he's the new Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's just he's the face of Hollywood.
Yeah. But yeah, that's been our preview of WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Hope you guys enjoy WrestleMania. This has been On Point Wrestling Entertainment, OWE. Woo! I'm David On Point. Right there is Nutty Patuski. Thank you very much for joining us, and I hope you guys all enjoy WrestleMania. Continue watching it. You know, it should be a good weekend of wrestling. That's for damn sure. And Stand Deliver is happening right now, so check that out. Again, David On Point, Nutty Patuski. I'll see you later, Dave. Man.
Amen. Thanks for having me on, man.
Always.
See you later, guys.
I'll see you in a couple hours, dude.
Okay. All right, later.